I had no plans on the afternoon of January 22nd. It was my day off of work, and I was at home recuperating from a 10-hour shift earlier that week. Until my old friend Max Mihalovic messaged me asking me if I wanted to go for trains. Now, I haven't seen Max in probably 2 years until this point, so there was no way I was going to pass that up. Now, as I was deciding what time I wanted to leave the house, I checked Facebook, and a post in the Chicago Line Heads Up group caught my attention. Apparently, a manifest had just departed Bellevue with a former Norfolk and Western SD40-2 high hood locomotive and trail, and a caboose on the back. It wasn't just any old caboose either, but we'll talk about that later. The fact of the matter is, I needed to leave now rather than later. I drove down to Ravenna to meet up with Max, thinking it was just going to be a normal afternoon train-wise. Little did we know, we both were about to get way more than what we bargained for.
Clear CP86 to westbound.
This over-under meet between NS-17N and CSX M369 should have been the first sign that the train gods were up to something.
Wait, what?
After the meet happened in Ravenna, the Wayside Detector Help Desk called the 17N and reported that they had a trending hot bearing, approximately, 400 some odd axles deep in their train, requiring them to stop and inspect. Now, the dispatcher for the evening was Linda Hickey, one of the best in the business. She heard their conversation over the radio and instructed 17N to stop somewhere west of CP 102 in Macedonia and clear the interlocking. That way she can sashay other trains around it while the conductor is inspecting on the ground. But, despite her efforts, this wouldn't be the only thing that she'd have to worry about tonight. Oh, that's why he stopped here. He's getting a recrew.
12 in CBP.
12 in, go over.
Yeah, we're recruit, double 10, 5238.
Roger on the 523 for clearance. Let me get that associated for you. Give me a second. Guys, give me that bulletin number again, please, over.
Yeah, 5238.
5238, roger, missed the digits. Here we go.
This is 12N, a daily manifest from Robert Young Yard in Elkhart, Indiana, to Conway Yard in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, he's running about 6 hours out of his normal time slot and is in need of a new crew to bring it the rest of the way home. Additionally, a westbound is approaching from the opposite direction, empty sand train 61N from the plant in Avonmore, Pennsylvania. This, however, creates a problem. With 12N stopped here in Alliance, 17N stopped in Macedonia, and a monsoon of eastbound traffic on the way, there's no route west of Alliance for 61N to take. They'll have to stop at Oyster Road and wait for Linda to come up with a plan.
CB61N over. I do not have a route past Alliance for you. I've got one on one track recrewing and one on two track inspecting, so holding in Alliance to thread the needle with a couple eastbounds over.
The first of these eastbounds was 10Q, another Conway-bound manifest from Mormon Yard in Bellevue. With 2 hours left of work and a fully loaded train, 10Q must go first. Tonnage and time takes priority in this situation. This is the train I was talking about earlier with the N&W high hood and a caboose.
Point 9. Track 2. No defects. Thank you. Approach me using cab RD68.8.
That 1627 was built in September of 1973 for the Norfolk and Western Railway and retains its same road number 53 years later. The unit is retrofitted with remote control or RCO equipment for use in yard switching.
Got it. All right, let me get this 10Q by eastbound. I'll take a look up. 5238, correct, over?
5238.
One second. We'll try that again.
Correct.
Yay. Yeah, that was my bad, sorry. Leaving 61N, over.
61N, go ahead.
Guys, we're moving traffic ahead. 10Q is coming around that one that is recruit. So when 10Q clears Alliance, which they're pulling through right now, you will get the upgrade to continue west, over.
I'm waiting on the 10Q, then we'll get the upgrade.
Thank you. Leaving step.
If this caboose looks a little larger than normal, that's because it is. This is a Department of Defense armored caboose. Measuring at 34 feet long and 16 feet high, these dinosaurs were built to house armed guards on trains hauling nuclear waste or spent nuclear fuel from various power plants and defense facilities to specialized storage or reprocessing centers. Forces from the U.S. Navy and the Departments of Defense and Energy ride in them, keeping a constant eye on the incredibly dangerous load being transported, protecting it from any possibility of a breach. After 10Q clears, 61N is the next contestant at Alliance as the floodgates gradually begin to open.
Really?
east on 2, just a heads up. So pause over him to clear, and then we'll go east on 2 with you. Maybe so.
As promised, 12N is finally released after 61N clears. Linda is running him down Main 2 instead of Main 1 due to a culvert replacement out in Sebring, which would wrap up right as he went by it. With the tracks clear, the Alliance Sinus is about to get backwashed.
Then should have an upgrade to Alliance there, 1 to 2, over.
Yeah, I just got enough air on the train.
What a quill!
That was a nice game.
Jeez!
Yeah, that might be the first.
You could see the cab signal relay in the cab. Yeah, I zoomed in on it.
I'm thoroughly impressed with Rajivo.
12N, per the usual, was a little over 2.5 miles long and was stopped over the Limaville detector at RD 70.9. They would have to get permission from Wayside to continue east without a good scan from the detector.
Wayside incident, come.
It's 12N, Wayside with the NS 3639.
It's 12N.
Recruit the train here in Alliance, Ohio. The train, the size of it, stopped on a detector, and no defect at the previous detector, not a key train.
Alright, let's do 30 for the next detector, over.
30 the next, thank you.
That's right, thank you, and out.
Me and Max went into Burger Hut for dinner as the entourage of eastbounds began. First was loaded grain train 54K for the R.J. Corman at Crescent, Pennsylvania.
54K. I didn't realize how fast it was going.
Then came 16N from Chicago to Conway. then 256 for Croxton with distributed power. We move to the Amtrak station as the Southern Tsunami continues. Here's a Hot 22X meeting westbound 65E. Next is 64R, ethanol for Raybould, Delaware from Chicago. In the west direction, here comes 55K, returning empty hoppers from the RJC in Crescent to Muncie, Indiana. This is 54K's counterpart.
Over. Guys, the power desk wants you to leave your third engine at 4762 behind in Cleveland. Do you know which way is that facing? Will it make a good leader, over? Facing east, it should be a good leader, you say, over? I'm going to get 25G around you here at some point. And then I'll have you come down into Rockport and set that engine up, over. You guys please step.
It was now almost 10 p.m., and our final train of this mass conglomerate was in the picture. Another hot intermodal train for Chicago, NS25G out of Harrisburg. After he passed, we would finally call it a night.